Thanks, Vesna, and welcome back to our Sunday gathering. Before we start, please reach out to your tens and invite them to attend. And please turn on your cameras so we may see your smiling faces. Now, with our opening intention, John?
Good morning, friends. Glad to be here with you. Glad to see your smiling faces. Baal Salam, article number 3, the matter of spiritual attainment. May we merit receiving his light and follow the ways of the Creator, and to serve him, not in order to receive reward, but to give contentment to the Creator and raise the Shekhinah, divinity, from the dust. May we be rewarded with Devkut, adhesion with the Creator, and the revelation of his guidance to his creatures. Behind.
Thanks, John. And now, with our Arvut Team update, Chaim?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Can you guys put the focus on Bnei Baruch, Florida? Let's see them on the screen. Right. That's what I wanted to talk about. A little while back, we established communities in some places, like in Florida. They already had a community that was working in New York as well. Albert, I see you moving around. I'll tell New York on you. The idea was exactly what is happening there in Florida, to create an environment that gives strength to each friend, regardless of whether it is his or her organic 10 or not, but just a gathering of so many friends, men and women, for such a beautiful get together, gives so much strength. And you know, we can use every bit of reinforcement we can get on the path. So we have our 10, and we have the general North American Kli, and we have the world Kli, and we have Petach Tikva, but we don't have another environment that's close to us besides our 10. And our 10 is often mostly virtual. So in order to get a more physical sensation of support, we created these communities. And that's what they're for. For the previous Unity Day, there was great effort on the part of many communities to get together. For some, it worked beautifully. For some, it was let's call it a good try. But it was an effort. And it certainly got them further ahead of where they were before. But after that, naturally, things kind of went quieter again. I think there's only so much that the Arvut and coordinators can push you. It needs to be something that you guys are pushing for yourselves, that you are building. I know that in some communities, people are making efforts, and it's admirable. But we need that happening in more places, because I think the potential to give strength to these communities is just immense. Even at the Congress, if you are going to watch it virtually, but you have someone from another 10 who lives nearby, why not watch it together? You connect on your own laptop to your 10, and he connects on his own laptop to his 10, but you guys are sitting together. And it's okay if the 10s see that you guys are sitting together. They can see both of you in both Arvut rooms. It's fine. In Petach Tikva, the instruction is that if you came with just one or two from your 10, you sit with other people who are also in that position, and you guys communicate with one another. You don't even connect on your phone to your organic 10. So it's okay to connect with other tens as well. And the management also discussed it with Rav just recently toward this upcoming Congress, and he confirmed it. So it's an opportunity for physical connection, which is so important. Yes, we must remember that we must use every means that the Creator gave us in order to connect our hearts. And He gave us the physical world. So I don't think we have a right to shun His instrument, which He gave to us so that we may use it. So let's use it the best way we can. If the whole 10 can get together physically, beautiful. If the whole 10 can get together in Petach Tikva, even more beautiful. If not, then you do what you can under your circumstances. It's still beautiful. It's still, if you made your utmost effort, it counts as if you were, I don't know, with your whole 10 in Petach Tikva. If you made the utmost effort. In Hebrew, it's called anus patu. If you're forced, you are exempt from making further effort because you can't. These are your circumstances. So let's make every effort to be with one another at every possible level, physical and virtual. And another thing I wanted to talk about is that this Congress is going to be very different from any other Congress. I remember the first time we went to Citrin. You guys know about Citrin? Okay. We had something called a Congress, more or less, at the center in 2001, I think it was. Mainly it was a big sukkah where friends got together, and some friends came from Israel and some friends came from Moscow, etc. But then for Passover of 2000, Susan, Tony, when was it?
2003.
2003.
No, it was 2002, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. So for 2002, Rav suddenly said, let's all go away someplace and spend all of Passover there. It was like an insane idea with the Passover rules, which were then Bar Sulam rules. It was just something that was undoable. But we found a place, a boarding school that was out on vacation for Passover for 2 weeks. So for the first week, we all went there.
It was a village. It was like a walled village,
Yeah,
Kabbalist village.
Yeah, it was a boarding school though. That's what it was. And so for the first week, we went there just to clean up, to prepare for Passover. And for the second week, the friends came from everywhere, and we spent another week there. So we were there for like 2 weeks. That was the first Congress. It was definitely an experience. I'm sure Tony and Susan can tell you many, 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 many stories. Everything was kind of trial and error, mostly errors. But we kept on going since then. Now, for the first time, we are having a Congress without Rav. It's not like Citrin. It's different in every way, but it's also different in every way from the ones we've done in the past, especially different internally. We have no one to rely on but ourselves. What we make of it is what will become of it. And this Congress is all about the efforts we will be making in the tens to unite within the 10 and to unite the tens as one Kli. And it is going to be huge. There's no question about it, because the efforts friends are making is so intense. We in the content team are making every effort to incorporate as many tens as possible in the activities. In some cases, entire Klis, like the Latin Kli, the Ukrainian Kli, or entire tens when possible. In addition, every 10 will be responsible for its own preparation for the lessons. There'll be 5 preparation for the lessons. One lesson has no official preparation. And each 10 is required to prepare its own preparations for the lessons. In case where it's not possible, there will be generic preparations, lineups, that will be sent to tens that need it. But ideally, each 10 should prepare in advance. That's a big part of the preparation. Go into the study material on the convention site. Look at the material. You have excerpts there. You have the articles that will be read in the lesson. And you can go into the archive and find whatever additional material you want to find. Now, if you are in Petach Tikva, you have all kinds of limitations because it's everyone sitting together. So you can't sing out loud, for example. But if you are in an Arvut room, you can do whatever you want. You can sing, you can dance, you can all click a specific link at the same time and watch a clip that you guys want. You can do whatever you guys want. So do your due diligence and get ready, because this Congress is on us. What we make of it is what will become of it. Now, if a 10 is in a situation where it will become split because some are traveling and some are not, or some are meeting physically in some place, like, I don't know, the Carolinas, for example, and others cannot be there, it is okay. You can choose what you want to do. You can all prepare a lineup together and work on it however you can, whether all of you together through the Arvut room, or maybe only some of you will use it, or you can use the generic lineups that will be sent. But the approach should be that we do whatever labor we can, whatever effort we can make, we do, because we know everything depends on the preparation. It's all in the preparation. And this time, the preparation is huge. And if we all pull in, then the output will be tremendous. Remember, the goal is, the title of the Congress is Uniting in the 10, Adhering to the Creator. Let's do it. L'chaim, guys.
Thanks, Chaim. Now we are happy to hear from our inspiration team, starting with a clip from Toronto 1, followed by Bonnie and Nika.
For me, I'll be there 10 years with the friends, and we've been together for a while. Just to think 10 years equals eternity, and we're going to be together until the end of this goal. And this Congress is very important because it's the only time you can really do something for your friends in such a strong way. And we need to think every day that we're at the Congress to have that same effect on each other. It's really important that we all make a difference. And being at the Congress, that's where it starts.
Holy moly, Kabbalists. Okay, that's exactly the time that we are, all of us are ready to come where? To the Congress. The Congress that will be on February 19 to 21, 2026, and the whole world is coming together. Number one is Toronto one, and all the other friends from all over the world. L'chaim, chavrim.
Friends, we are very happy to raise the importance of the Congress, the coming Congress in February in Israel, in Petah Tikva, all over the world. We need to strengthen our connection, raise the importance, and reveal the Creator from now until the Congress and ever. L'chaim, friends, l'chaim.
My beloved family, my prayer from the bottom of my heart is that through an outpouring of the Creator's love from above, each and every one of you in North America will feel that love on His flesh and bring about a change in His life for the benefit of all mankind. I'm Ben Baruch, and welcome to the Congress.
Okay, friends, what can I say about Congress? The Congress is very, very important. To speak about Congress, okay, I can speak to myself, for example. I can say, okay, yalla Congress, constant Congress. No, how long I can say it to myself like that? Maybe 1 minute, and that's it. I don't have a power to speak anymore. I need friends to tell them, so yalla Congress, constant Congress. The Congress is very important. It's like, yeah, that's why. It's from the both sides. You telling me, I telling you. You telling me, I telling you. That's how we disseminate the voice of the Congress. Love your friends, let's come together. Physical connection, this is more important. If you can be physically, just come to your computer, sit at your computer, you'll be there, non-stop, 24/7. We have you.
Today I'm under impression of this gathering we had with my beautiful team, and you cannot replace comfort that you have maybe sitting in pajama behind the computer and just sitting and enjoying that feeling that something is going on around. But if you want to be touched and you want to touch by yourself something, it's better to be there where it's light, having that game is its own creation. Congress brought us together.
Dear friends, it's a great opportunity to meet each other, and not only each other. We're going to meet the Creator, and it's a huge honor, and responsibility for each of us just to connect together and be as one, to feel the wholeness of the Creator and feel His love. L'chaim Baruch.
Friends, our teacher always say we shouldn't wait until we come to the Congress and get united. We should come to the Congress already united. And our friends are asking, what is the best way to unite before the Congress? We have a good recipe, simple advice for you. One of our friends or your friend take initiative and invite entire tent to his place, like my friend Antonio. Show Antonio. And the rest will be done by Creator, the rest. The meal, morning lesson, unity, love, Yeshivat Chaverim, everything will be done by Creator. Just take initiative. L'chaim Bnei Baruch, L'chaim Congress.
Together.
L'chaim Bnei Baruch.
Bonnie?
Well, thank you so much to the great men of Toronto One. You've so inspired us. After being inspired by Chaim and just everyone here, there's 109 of us. What a great beginning to the inspiration that we're all creating and sharing. And Nika and I are here today because we want to give you a little update about the inspiration team. It's just a few of us, men and women, that wanted to, I don't know, how can I say, we're doing it kind of quietly, but very intentionally for the North America CLE. We want to inspire you. And as we move towards this never before felt Congress that we're all feeling the responsibility for, we're all rising towards. And so men and women, as you saw with Toronto One, are really feeling the responsibility to help awaken and warm and connect the Kli. So, and it's not because we were asked, even though we were offered to be part of a team, but because inspiration is essential fuel on the path that we're on together. So, and especially as we're preparing for this Congress. So, what are we doing? Well, what we're creating are short daily WhatsApp inspiration messages, bringing morning lessons to life in a very practical way. So they carry the voices of both men and women because that's what makes up this little team. And they're rooted directly in Rabash, Rav, and the recent lessons. So since we're all in lessons together, then we get just a little bit of a refresher every day. And each message is designed with a clear structure. And you may have noticed if you've seen them on the men and women's chats, the announcement chats, that there's a title and there's a quote that reflects the lesson. There's a small suggestion for work in the 10, if you so choose, and based again on the lesson or recent lessons, and an inner intention that you can hold throughout the day. So the intention behind these messages is simple. It's not to add information because we have plenty of that, but it's to help the friends live the lesson inside their 10s, which we understand that's what this lesson, that's what this Congress, that's what everything we're doing is about, the 10s. So we want to turn what we hear in the morning into something we feel and we talk about, and we pray about, and we act on together. So we truly hope you're finding them helpful. And if not, check and see what we are putting up each day. It's a short opening for your 10s meetings, maybe, or a point of reflection during the day, or a shared inner direction as we prepare for this great, never before felt Congress. And in the meantime, when many of us feel pressure and maybe a little heaviness or distance, even one small shared intention can bring life back into the connection that we share. So when that happens day after day, something really begins to form between us. So with that in mind, I'm going to pass this over to Nika. Nika, please.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'm immensely grateful that this opportunity to be part of the inspiration team exists and kind of showed up for me as a small confession. Like 40 days before the Congress, it pained me how little energy I had for the Congress and how much resistance, and we had drama in the 10, and when this message showed up, join the inspiration team, I just leaped on it before any other arguments will appear in my head. And when I joined that group of men and women, it was like a sea change. Like I stepped from a dusty closet into bright, shiny path. And so it's a great gift of just being engaged in action with the friends. And just an amazing opportunity to feel that I can be standing a little closer to the heart of the Kli together with these amazing men and women. And the great discovery was, so Genya, he's also part of our team. She couldn't join today. So we're women from different 10s and different parts of the society, Kabul, Mark, North America, but we share this one desire. And it was a huge discovery that we're all burning to find ways to connect the sources with exposed in the lessons and the experience of this new experience of World Kli, studying together, learning together in our time, and preparing for this big milestone of a Congress together. And the work is happening daily with friends. So that's what's really moving, somehow gives us energy, that we're doing it together, nudging each other, rubbing the hearts, It creates enormous reinforcement on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning, I can't wait to look at what's there in that inspiration chat. And we're just starting. It's been like a little over a week now, and we're a month away from the Congress. And I just really want to invite everyone here to hold this work in prayer. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, hope that these daily inspirations that we craft together serve their purpose and bring joy to our teachers, our Raf, unites us in a single tan and adhering to the Creator for real.
Thanks, ladies, and especially to Toronto One for the nice video. And now, with an update on the YouTube SEO project and a gift, Marcos?
Thanks, Richard. It's great to see you all, friends, as well. It's amazing to be here and to see how many. I really feel like I'm speaking with like that inner part of North America and other friends, just friends for many, many years who just keep holding on no matter who's coming or going, whether I was teaching live, recorded, whether we're in tens or as a big group. Your friends have been here for many years, and it's great to see, as well as newer ones as well, who must be also inspired to come up into this atmosphere. That's also, it's an amazing sign. So just wanted to mention that. Also need to mention that Zohar Moore, he also wanted to be here today, but he couldn't. He's also equally part of this project, as you're all probably who are working on it are well aware. And I was just talking with Zohar before this. Actually, I'll just read a short excerpt from the article we read this morning, the Rabash article, What a Torah and Work in the Way of the Creator, where he writes that it therefore follows that a person must make a great effort before he comes to learn, so that his learning will bear fruit and good results, meaning so the learning will bring him the light of Torah, by which it will be possible to reform him. So this was just ringing in my head, because with Zohar we were talking about the great efforts of the friends, and especially how it just gets expressed in so many different ways, but also in this project. There's a unique thing with this YouTube SEO project. I just got into this in the last, month and a half or so. I came into it, and it was really amazing to see what was happening, because even when we started internet dissemination actions on the internet back in, can't even remember what it was, I lose track of years, maybe 2006, 2007, at least when I first got acquainted with it. So the idea was like, we have all these friends everywhere who have such a strong force, not just qualitatively, but also quantitatively. We have so many friends all around the place. If we could just find some kind of actions that friends could do for 2, 3, 5 minutes each, what kind of actions like this could amount to being able to disseminate Kabbalah outwardly. And the YouTube SEO project is a current day expression of this, where friends just do little actions, seemingly little actions, but it's actually quite big ones, because they have just YouTube videos playing. Either they're watching them or they're having them playing in the background one day after the next. After doing a certain search, because SEO means search engine optimization. So what we're essentially doing is telling YouTube, telling Google, through these searches that friends do. They do a search, for example, for a video for Exodus from Egypt, and we give a big list of videos that we have. And I'll even share the screen. So, for example, this is, by the way, in an incognito window, meaning it's like a hidden window. It's not connected to an account. You can see I'm not signed in. So friends would do a search for like Exodus from Egypt, and many different friends from many different areas writing this word, also writing it in relation to Kabbalah. If you see here, you don't just see Kabbalah, but our channel name. So this also starts appearing more and more in searches, because Google and YouTube starts understanding that many different people from many different places clicking these and searching for them, and then watching them as well. Watch time is a very significant factor. So it starts saying, okay, so this video is important. And then it starts pushing these videos to the top of searches. And then where we would have just gotten a few hundred views if we would have left it alone, we start coming into the thousands. And then anyone searching for these terms, Exodus from Egypt, 6 days of creation.
We see the source text from the Rabash article.
No, hang on a sec. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so it's good now. So yeah, so you people are writing Exodus from Egypt, and we get the first result there. A video of Rav over nearly 8,000 views here for this one. 6 days of creation, again bumping up Rav's video. So anyone who's writing 6 stage of creation, anyone who understands search a bit, just they understand that the first result is very significant. This is a sponsored one, so this is one they're paying for, but we have the first organic one. Thought manifestation, getting out into wider topics. Again, this is the paid result, but we have the first organic result. You see a video here with Gianni already going over 11,000 views, and it goes on more and more. Social contagion as well. So we have the first one for human suffering and all kinds of things. This is an example of one. For example, sometimes we get ambitious and aim for a higher word, and you can see we didn't get it for who is God. But what we do get is that if anyone starts wanting to see it in relation to Kabbalah, so then we always get the first results there again after the sponsored ones that people pay for. So, and it just goes on and on like this. Korah Torah portion, etc., etc. And so there's many, many phrases, and friends are doing lots of work searching these out and on a daily basis, and it's very inspiring. As I was starting to say, in the very beginning, we used to send emails out to many friends asking them to do book reviews. And then it changed to when Craigslist was a big website, many different friends putting up banners all around Craigslist. And just seeing that there's about 150 friends all participating in this project in different teams. And that's the part that Zohar is mentioning. It's only thanks to efforts that each one does, like these small efforts, but accumulatively. And we get these kinds of results where we get all kinds of our videos on top of searches, and it also generally increases the importance of our channels. So it's a means for bringing more people into our funnels and into our channels. And while we're on that topic too, I'll also just mention that, as I mentioned, the funnels, I'll share again. So even just today, for instance, we're going to be starting a new course in Kabu, this one here. And so that's linked from all these videos, and it allows people to have an entry point to come into these courses as well that we're putting on. This one is a paid one, so obviously the bar for entry is a bit higher. But it just shows you how we connect these things, and it's very inspiring to see how just, you could say, relatively small efforts, but accumulatively and consistently, which turns it into really great efforts from all the friends, makes a big difference. And if anyone's not in this project and it feels like they're also inspired and wanting to join in, as I said, it's really just a matter of searching for 1 or 2 videos a day and letting them play on your computer while you're not there, or even on your phone. Just such efforts accumulatively build up to, you can see, end up reaching thousands and thousands more people with the wisdom of Kabbalah, how Rav explains it, and with Rav's messages to more and more people. So if anyone else wishes to join this after hearing it, so you're all welcome to contact Iva at HR and get on board with that. Was also asked to talk about other projects, because there seems to be this, you could say, all these projects that involve quantities and more and more people. So another one that I'll show here is this one that we're also aiming by the Congress to get up our new website. This is the new Kabbalah.info website, which will be called Kabbalah Wisdom. And one of the big, you could say, bottlenecks in the process is to re-upload all of our current library to this one here. So there's, once again, we thought we'd encountered a situation where AI tools would just be able to take these 3,000 plus pages and move them all into here. And after much consultation with companies, etc. They said, no, it can only be done by human manpower. So once again, we turned to our friends. Men's Cabu 9 got on board, and they took the Zohar section, uploading all the pages of the Zohar there. We have other friends there as well, Jeanette, Linda, Pam and Jolene doing just so much work. Pam and Jolene and Jeanette now are all on the Rav section, uploading all kinds of articles and books of Rav. There's Hans Vanderpoel, and as I mentioned, Men's Cabu 9, Attila's doing great work. John, Dan Forsyth as well. Dan's on board, already added parts to the various authors section and now in the Zohar. And just, friends putting in so much effort, just, hundreds and hundreds of pages, getting into the thousands. And it's also just amazing to see. And it's interesting how the creator's putting us into this situation again where we need all these friends doing so much, just small, seemingly not small, each one does a great amount of work, but each one putting in their efforts, and we need many friends to do it in order to complete just basic projects on the internet. So, big l'chaim to everyone participating. There's a great spirit. And as we also mentioned, I wanted to pass on a gift for you, friends. I actually had done this last summer, and I didn't know when I'd put it out. But I thought when Irina invited me to this meeting, so I'm going to do it today. It's just another album of piano versions of songs that we sing, specifically the Shabbat songs that we sing. I've already done the Nigunim ones. I put the link there in the chat, and you can feel free to 16 of them there. Pretty much you'll hear just all the things there that we're singing on a daily basis, in the lessons, on Shabbat, etc., just done for piano. So you can also put that on. Might be nice for the kids when they're around as well. And hope you all enjoy that too. So l'chaim, friends, wishing you all the best. And it's been great once again being with you and having the ability to see you again.
Thanks, Marcos. And thank you all for joining us. Be sure to come to the Arvut system next for the World Klees Yeshivat Havarim, and especially because there's going to be an American speaker in this Yeshivat Havarim. And we will see you next time. Vesna?
Pon tu sello en tus manos está mi vida, que quiero reconocerte en la oscuridad. Pues el fuerte viento no podrá desviarnos y encontrarnos otra vez en la eternidad. Las sombras que me separan de la vida me ocultan la verdadera realidad. Pero junto a ti amanece un nuevo día y tu luz se viste en toda la humanidad. Brilla, la luz ilumina en tu corazón. Mira, elevo un deseo sobre la razón. En tu corazón.
Time.
Time.
L'chaim. L'chaim, family.